Hi, today is November 18th, 2014, and it's been a couple months since I've done a video blog. I'm trying to do them more often, but I find that oftentimes I don't really have a whole lot to update, so there's no point in doing a video blog if there's nothing to update. Anyway, what's been going on in my life? The new job has been going well. I am really enjoying working for this company from home, and there's been a couple crazy weeks. Monday is usually the busiest. Everybody decides they need to get pet sitters for whatever, for the holidays or for ongoing regular walks. So Mondays and Tuesdays have been crazy. We've had a couple regular dog walkers either get sick or injured or in a major car accident, and so that's left me scrambling to either find replacement walkers or actually have to go do the walk myself, which it's fine. It's great to get out of the house every once in a while. So that's really been fun. I've been enjoying working with this company full time, and I've been with the company for a year now, so we're now going past the year mark. So I only worked part-time with them as a dog walker to make some extra money, while I was unemployed. So this has been good. I wrote a list of things to talk about so that I'm not just rambling. Not this past weekend, but the weekend before, I went down to Vista, which is near San Diego. It's about 45 minutes north of San Diego. I went to Vista, California, to visit my friend, Michelle, and had a really great time going down to visit her. I met her in Colorado when I lived in Denver, and through my friend Michael, they were roommates, and she had just moved to Colorado from Australia, so she's originally from the United States, but she'd lived in Australia for a couple of years, and anyway, so we instantly hit it off, became friends in Denver, and she's worked in animal welfare for many, many years, actually all over the world, because she works for a company called Shelter Buddy down in Australia, and then up in the United States as well, and then she's worked for the San Diego Humane Society for, I think she said 5 years, and anyway, so my relationship with her really fostered my development for love for animals. I've always loved animals, but when I was a kid, I got bit in the face by my own dog. She actually took a huge chunk out of my lip, my top and bottom lip. You can't see it now because it was a long time ago. I was in 5th grade when that happened. I ended up having to get 10 stitches inside my lip and 10 stitches outside of my lip to get it pulled all together. And after that happened, I had a huge fear of particularly large dogs, any kind of dog that was close to my face. And hanging out with Michelle, really, she has a wonderful dog whose name is George, and he's, if I remember correctly, he's an American Fox Terrier, which she actually got in Australia. And he is just a wonderful dog, absolutely a wonderful dog. And he kind of forced me out of my fear of dogs. He has a tendency to lick all over your entire face, in your eyeballs, in your ears, up your nose. He'll try to get in your mouth if you let him. It's so yeah, because he was always in my face, and he's a very well trained, very loving, very sweet, very obedient dog, and I just never had any fear with him. He really helped me overcome my fear of dogs, and this was back in early 2000s. And then she ended up adopting another a min pin who was about the same size as George, and had those two dogs, and she would have to leave to go train different shelters on the system that she worked on, and so I got to dog sit a lot for her while she was away, and so that was really where I started dog sitting, and I had a lot of fun with that, and so it's years later, it's ended up translating into having a full-time job working for a pet sitting company, which is kind of cool that I've had those experiences. So I moved to Florida, I went to college. Michelle moved to Salt Lake City, lived in Salt Lake City for a few years. She ended up moving to San Diego. I moved back to Colorado, and then I moved to LA. So lo and behold, we're only a couple hours away from each other, which is awesome because Michelle's one of my best friends. So it was really great hanging out with her this last weekend, and I had a good time, and I got a ton of awesome clothes. Every time I go down to Michelle's, it's like Christmas time. She's always like shedding stuff out of her closet, so I always get dibs before she takes it to Goodwill. So I got some really awesome shoes like this, and there's another pair around here. I got some really awesome shoes. I bought a leather coat from her. I got a bunch of cool clothes, and then we actually went to a couple different thrift shops, and I got this dress. I love thrift shop shopping. You can find some really good stuff. There's a lot of really good stuff in the down where she's at location compared to LA. Like I don't ever feel like I find anything cool in LA. Probably because somebody else got to it first. You have to be in there like every day to find anything good. So that was fun. I came back and I have now a lot more things in my closet, and I really need to go through and get rid of some stuff that I don't ever wear, because there's no point in having clothes in the closet if you're not going to wear it. You'll have to excuse me for my rough voice. I'm dealing with a cold right now. Let's see here. Oh, okay, so Thanksgiving is coming up. Thanksgiving is, today is the 18th, so next week? Wow. Our family is actually celebrating Thanksgiving on Saturday. A big family gathering out in Riverside. So Tom and I will be going out to Riverside first thing Saturday morning and spending the day out there, probably the entire day, because there's a USC game that evening, and we won't have time to get back into LA before the game starts. And my husband is a huge USC fan because he went to USC. So he is a Trojan, fight on. His roommates before we got married all went to UCLA, so there was always like a big debate in the house. So we'll probably end up watching that. And next Thursday, on the actual day of Thanksgiving, I will probably be running around doing dog sitting. I don't know, we'll see. Alright, I gotta make this quick because I only have like 5 minutes, so I gotta get to work. So we're spending Thanksgiving in Riverside, and I guess my big debate right now is I only have a couple cat visits on Thanksgiving and on Black Friday, and that's it. I don't have anything else going on because I'm not working Thursday or Friday. Well, I am working Thursday. I've got several visits Thursday. I'm not working Friday, only but 2 cat visits, and then Saturday only but 2 cat visits. So I'm wondering if Tom and I can go out and do something fun that doesn't involve a bunch of stores and insane people and horrible traffic. I've only ever done Black Friday once that I can recall, and that was actually in Sarasota, Florida, and I didn't go Black Friday shopping for anybody else. It was when I was in college, and I really had to get an external hard drive for a decent price. So I went to Best Buy at like 5 o'clock in the morning, got in line, got myself an external hard drive, and was super happy because I got it at a really good price. And then like 3 or 4 months later, they just naturally dropped the price to even lower than I bought it on Black Friday, because they came out with a new upgrade of external hard drives that were, I think I got a 1 terabyte external hard drive at the time for like $64, and maybe it was $100. And then they dropped it to a ridiculous price, and I was so mad. But I needed it for school because we were storing so much data that I just needed it. And I actually still have it and use it. And it's a good little hard drive, my 1 terabyte hard drive. I remember my first computer ever, right, I don't know if I was in high school, or if I was at high school, but my very first computer was 7 gigabytes, and that was a big deal. And I remember I had to constantly reformat the hard drive because it would get full so quick, and I'd have to constantly defrag it, and there's just so much more maintenance on those computers back in the 90s. Yeah. Wow, time flies. It's already 2014. Okay, so that's enough rambling. I'm sure there's always other things to update that I can never think of. But until next time, I hope you guys are all well. Peace.